You work hard. You give your best. And yet, it always feels like you're stuck in the same place financially. Why is that? Here's the harsh truth. Most people stay broke not because they don't work enough, but because they're trapped in invisible habits that slowly destroy their financial future. And the worst part? They don't even know these habits exist. In this video, I'll reveal the 10 habits that are silently keeping you poor. More importantly, I'll show you exactly how to break each one, starting today. You don't need to win the lottery. You don't need to wait for a miracle. You just need to break the cycle. Because real wealth isn't about how much you make. It's about how you think, how you act, and what you choose to do every single day. Let's begin. Most people don't manage their money. They just react to it. They get paid, they pay a few bills, they buy what they feel like buying, and then they wonder where all their money went. That's financial autopilot. It's like driving a car with your eyes closed and hoping you don't crash. Let me ask you, when was the last time you sat down and actually looked at your numbers, your income, your expenses, what's left, where it goes? If your answer is, I don't know, then it's time to wake up. Because here's the truth. If you don't tell your money where to go, it will disappear. Fast. The fix? Create a simple weekly money check-in. Every Sunday, take 15 minutes to look at your money. Track what came in. Track what went out. Make decisions with clarity, not emotion. You'll be shocked how powerful this small habit is. The rich do it. The broke don't. You choose who you want to be. Let's be real. How many times have you bought something not because you needed it, but because you wanted someone else to see it? That fancy phone, that designer shoe, that car you can barely afford. It's called status spending, and it's one of the fastest ways to stay broke. Here's the ugly truth. Most people would rather look rich than actually be rich. They wear their wealth, but don't own anything real. They impress strangers, while secretly drowning in debt and anxiety. But let me ask you this. Do you want to look successful, or do you want to be free? Because freedom doesn't drive a luxury car with 72 monthly payments. Freedom drives a paid-off car and sleeps peacefully at night. The fix? Before any big purchase, ask yourself, am I buying this for me or for someone else's approval? And if the answer isn't 100% you, walk away. Your future self will thank you. Imagine trying to win a game without knowing the rules or keeping score. That's how most people treat their finances. They don't track, they don't plan, and they don't know. They just hope for the best. But hope is not a financial strategy. If you don't have a budget, you don't have control. And if you don't have control, you're a slave to your spending. Here's a secret. A budget isn't about restriction. It's about freedom. It tells your money where to go, instead of wondering where it went. The fix? Start with the 50-30-20 rule. 50% for needs, 30% for wants, 20% for saving and investing. Don't overcomplicate. Use apps like EveryDollar, Y&Abe, or even a simple Google Sheet. Track for 30 days, and you'll start seeing patterns you never noticed before. The rich know every dollar. The broke ignore every detail. Which side are you choosing? Here's the uncomfortable truth. If your money isn't growing, it's shrinking. Inflation eats your savings. Your buying power decreases. And that safe money sitting in your account? It's quietly losing value every single day. Still, most people say, investing is too risky. I don't know how. I'll start later. But what they don't realize is, not investing is the real risk. Let me break this down. The rich invest to grow their wealth. The poor save to feel safe and stay stuck. The fix? Start small. You don't need thousands. Use apps like Acorns, Robinhood, or eToro. Invest in ETFs, index funds, or fractional shares. The goal isn't to get rich overnight. It's to develop the habit of investing and let compound growth work its magic. $1 invested is better than 10 sitting still. Start now, even if it's just $10. Your future self is watching and waiting. They call it financial freedom. But if every paycheck is already spoken for, are you really free? Look around. People are drowning in credit card debt, car payments, financing plans, and buy now, pay later traps. It's not by accident. It's by design. The system wants you in debt because debt keeps you obedient. It keeps you working, but never advancing. Let me ask you, how many monthly payments are you carrying right now? And how much peace of mind is it stealing? The fix? List every single debt, from biggest to smallest. Then attack the smallest one first. The debt snowball method. Pay it off, feel the win. Then take that payment and roll it into the next one. Momentum builds, freedom follows. Cut the cards. Say no to more payments, Learn to live below your means until your means expand. Debt is not normal, it's a cage. And the key is in your hands. Most schools teach you how to memorize dates, pass tests, and follow rules. But they never teach you how money really works. Why? Because if you understood money, you wouldn't be so easy to control. Here's the truth they hide. The wealthy aren't smarter. They just learned different things. Things like how to make money work for them, how to use systems instead of trading time, how to build assets instead of collecting things. But if you never seek that knowledge, you'll stay stuck in the cycle of working, spending, worrying. Repeat. The fix? Turn your feed into a financial classroom. Follow people who talk about wealth, investing, business, mindset. Read books like Rich Dad, Poor Dad, The Millionaire Fastlane, The Psychology of Money. And don't just learn, apply. The goal isn't to know more, it's to do different. Knowledge is power, but only if you use it. If your entire lifestyle depends on one paycheck, you're not secure. You're one emergency away from disaster. Think about it. Lose your job. Your hours get cut. Your company closes. What happens next? Most people panic because they've built their entire lives on a single income stream. The rich? They build multiple income streams. Side businesses, investments, royalties, real estate, online income. It's not magic, it's strategy. The fix? Start where you are. You don't need to quit your job. Pick one side hustle. Sell a skill online. Affiliate marketing. Digital products. Freelancing. Resell on marketplaces. Even if it brings in $100 a month, it's a start. And once one stream is flowing, you build another. One source of income is risk. Multiple sources is power. Don't just work for money, make it work for you. Here's a dangerous routine. You get paid, you pay bills, you buy stuff. And if there's anything left, you might think about saving or investing. But by then, there's nothing left. Every time. That's not a money problem, that's a habit problem. Most people pay everyone else first and leave themselves for last. But here's what the wealthy do differently. They pay themselves first, always. The fix? Before a single bill gets paid, before you touch a cent for fun, set aside a fixed percentage of your income. Start with 10%. Send it straight to a savings or investment account, automatically. No emotions, no excuses. This one habit alone can change your life over time because it teaches discipline, it builds assets, and it shifts your identity from spender to investor. If you don't pay yourself first, you're working hard to build someone else's dream. Let's be honest, you know you need to start saving. You know you should invest. You know that budget isn't going to create itself. But you keep saying, I'll do it next week, when I have more money, after things calm down. Guess what? That day never comes. And every time you delay, you lose more time and more opportunities. The most dangerous phrase in personal finance is, I'll start later. The fix? Use the 5-minute rule. If something takes less than 5 minutes, do it now. Open that investment app, check your budget, cancel that subscription, schedule that payment. Action beats intention. Even small steps create momentum. Procrastination isn't about laziness, it's about fear. And the cure for fear is movement. Start now. Start messy. Just don't stay still. Some people spend their entire lives waiting for the right moment, waiting for the government to fix things, waiting for someone to save them, waiting for a miracle. But here's the truth most won't tell you. No one is coming to save you. Thinking small, playing it safe, being realistic, it keeps you comfortable, but it also keeps you broke. The wealthy, they don't wait. They don't play small. They create opportunities instead of waiting for them. The fix? Upgrade your mindset. Stop saying, I can't. Start asking, how can I? Set bigger goals, then break them into actions. Surround yourself with big thinkers. Cut out the voices that tell you to be realistic. You become what you believe. So if you believe small, you'll live small. But if you expand your vision, you expand your future. Stop waiting. Start building.